Most suspect a plot by the housemaids of Springfield to keep you and Donna working here.
Oh, well,
Have I been duly announced?
Mr. Fletcher is never to be kept waiting, announced or unannounced.
Yes, mistress. Ms. Spaulding.
Ms. Spaulding isn't really keen on being kept waiting either, you know. Do you realize it's been 8 hours since I called you?
I have a 24-hour-a-day job that keeps me busy 7 days a week. I have an 11-year-old son who asks me questions I cannot answer. I have a housekeeper with sciatica who eats sardine sandwiches. I am in no mood. What do you want?
Well, all I wanted was to ask you to take me away from all this.
Yeah, listen. Alexandra's got herself all dolled up, so I figure she's going somewhere tonight. So what I'm saying is, if you need to come collect that bracelet you left behind, tonight might be a good time to do it.
All right, Ginger, you let me know as soon as she's left.
Jenna, don't do anything until you hear from me. This could seriously jeopardize my chances for long-term employment, not to mention my health.
Fine.
Take off your clothes. I got a surprise for you.
I think you better get scrubbed up first.
Well, I could be talked into that. No, I know. I came up with the coolest invention all by myself. I mean, it's not really an invention because you can see it in store windows, but this, costs $300. This is a profit of $250. I should have made 20 of these things.
I have a much better plan for us to get rich, and it'll only take a short bit of time in the evening. In fact, how would you like to go with me to pick up $2 million worth of antiques tonight?
I can't do that tonight. Have you seen the calendar? I mean, that's marked. It's my son's birthday tonight.
I know you didn't forget your daddy's birthday. Do you have a present for Daddy? Oh, didn't mean that. Oh. Hi.
Hi.
I got a card from Harley and Mallet.
Oh, that was nice of them.
Yeah, nice card.
Excellent.
I really appreciate you cooking dinner for me. That was really, really nice of you. You made all my favorites. Thank you.
No problem, Marina. You need changing, huh?
So, Lainey, what's the occasion?
Well, I love my husband very much. That's the occasion.
Oh.
Mwah.
Oh, well,
Do you love Daddy, too?
That's nice. I really should get going to the diner, though, right? Yeah. Are you going to be working really late at this catering shop
It's
tonight?
a big party, honey. Oh, she's got very bad diaper here. I got to change it. I know.
Okay, well, then don't work too hard, okay? All right, I love you.
I love you,
and
too.
I love you, too, okay?
Bye, Daddy.
See ya.
Bye, Daddy. Oh, I know. It's yucky.
I know.
Yucky,
I won't be long, I promise.
Oh. Hi, honey.
Hi, Mom. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Have a nice night.
Oh, thank you.
It's okay.
Honey would never leave.
I know, and I've got to change Marina quick.
Okay, coast is clear. Here we go. Okay.
Frankie really thought that we forgot his birthday. Oh, this is really ridiculous, isn't it?
I can't believe they're still holding Billy without any evidence.
I'll tell you what, it's not like there's not 100 people out there who wouldn't mind putting a bullet in Roger Thorpe.
Oh, good. You're all here. Hi. I'm sorry I was late. Daddy and I were busy talking with a lawyer.
What did he say?
Well, they're trying to get bail for Billy, but it's going to take some time. They have to do a probable cause hearing. Josh, this is a really intimate family business I have to discuss. Are you sure you want Tangi to hear this?
Listen, Tangi is a part of my life right now and part of my children's life. And the fact is, if she doesn't hear it here, she's probably going to hear it somewhere else.
Okay. All right. Listen, everybody. I want to talk about something that's going to complicate all our lives even more than they already are complicated. But Billy and I have decided that you all need to know this, and we need your support. It's about Peter's parentage. Peter's biological mother is Bridget Reardon. Now, she consented to the adoption, and she let it stand after the 6-month waiting period. But Peter's biological father is Hart Jessup. Now, Hart didn't even know there was a baby, so of course he couldn't sign any papers or consent to anything as regards the adoption. The real point here is that Peter's grandfather is Roger Thorpe. Roger wants the baby back. Now, he knows that neither Billy or any of us is going to let that happen. So it seems obvious that he's trying to clear the way by accusing Billy of attempted murder.
I need to talk to you.
Okay. Excuse me. What happened?
I was over at the Lewis's.
Yeah, I read about Billy in the paper this morning. Must be rough going for them.
Yeah, I was there when it all happened, and the police came over and arrested him, and then they all went down to the police station. I stayed the night with the kids and, you know, with the baby alone. And, and then Roger came over this morning.
Oh, no.
He wanted to see Peter, and he wouldn't take no for an answer.
So then you called the police, right?
Well, I couldn't. I mean, David, what was I supposed to do? He wanted to see Peter, and I couldn't. I couldn't say no. And when he saw him, he was so gentle.
If Roger Thorpe had his way, I'd be rotting in a federal prison somewhere, Bridget. He's been treating you like something stuck to the bottom of his shoe. And what about Hart? What about his own son? Does any of this ring a bell with you?
I know all of that. And I told him no. I did, but he just wouldn't listen to me. Peter seemed to like him. And then Vanessa came home and saw him there, and she got really mad. And she threw me out of the house, and she said that I'm not welcome there anymore at all. David, I'm so worried for my little baby. I mean, I don't like to think of him in the middle of all this chaos.
Well, I doubt Vanessa does either. I mean, that woman's trying to hold on to her child. Imagine what it must have looked like to her, you and Roger together with the baby.
Why so eager to leave town? It feels like you just got back.
Well, it feels to me like I never left. It feels like I'm stuck in some recurring nightmare.
That would be Roger Thorpe. You see, what's going on here is you feel that if they drop the charges against Billy Lewis, that Detective Cutter's going to come knocking on your door.
I'm just tired. I'm tired of taking 2 steps backward and maybe 1 step forward with my son. And I'm really tired of his relentless fiancée and my needy nephew. And I'm sick and tired of picking up the morning newspaper every single day and seeing Roger Thorpe's face all over it. I just want to go somewhere quiet, peaceful, beautiful. I want to get away from this for a while.
Do you really think it's all that simple? Do you honestly believe that if you get out of town, all of this will go away? You're making this sound like this is happening to you, like it's out of your control.
Yeah, well, it is. All right, sometimes it isn't. Just that sometimes I hear the most vile, hateful things coming out of my mouth. I feel like I'm possessed. I do. I say awful things to Mindy, to Jenna, even to my family, to Al and Michael. I looked in the mirror. I see this wild-eyed, out-of-control person I don't even recognize. I'm not an apologist. I'm not saying I've done anything wrong completely. But I hear this bitterness in my voice. You know, that scares me. When I hear that, I don't like myself very much. I can't really imagine you do either. And I hate it when you get me to talk about myself like this. Repeat one word I said and I'll deny it.
I know you would. Look, this has nothing to do with you finding yourself in the middle of the forest in Malaysia, focusing you in. This has nothing to do with you finding a wandering guru. You always knew that when you came home, there would be pressure. You always knew that there would be Roger or somebody very much like him who was greedy and destructive, and you always knew there would be Nick insisting that he lead his own life. But despite that, you still came home to face those things, to do what had to be done. Now is not the time to suddenly have self-doubts and to become scared and run away. I mean, after all, if the only place that you can find peace within yourself is in the middle of some damn rainforest, what the hell good is it anyway? You've always been in the line of fire. And you can do it again if you have to. Now, if you don't know that about yourself, trust me, I do.
You're right, of course. So I guess I don't really need you to take me away from all this. But would you let me take you?
You are truly a genius. Where does this go? Why don't you hurry up over to Frank's and then hurry up home again?
I just can't duck in and duck out. It's a birthday party, you know? You have to sit down and watch TV. You have to, like, talk about how cosmically insignificant you are. That's what birthday parties are for. Hey! I brung you a present so as you wouldn't feel neglected.
Oh, how comical.
Well, what do you need wrapping paper for when you have the Sunday comics?
You're right. Absolutely right. I love it. I love it. Guys, this is the check that Alexander wrote out to you.
Well, I know it's a photostatic copy. You know, I thought maybe we'd go down to the drugstore and, you know, sit in one of those booths, get our pictures taken, but I thought this was a little more romantic, you know, celebrating the beginnings of our partnership.
Oh. So you went and deposited the real check, right?
No. I had my hands full doing that.
It's a lovely gift. It's really a lovely gift. I just think you should have deposited the check so that it would clear in time so that she won't change her mind.
Why would she? She likes me. Anyway, look, I spent all day taking my karma gift. You know, I made this with spare parts. You know, the Carmen Gia is nice, but it's like, you know, it's like a dumb blonde. It's beautiful, but it's not hitting on all cylinders. Mm-hmm. But I have the van, and I have the Excalibur.
Speaking of the van, surely you have enough time to run over there with me just before you head over to Frank's?
You have not even asked me what this does.
You're right. What does it do?
I'm not going to tell you. Take off your blouse and your jeans and your bra and your little panties and get in the tub, and I'll show you.
I really don't have time for this. I really don't. Alexander is going out tonight, and I have to get over there to pick up my Pope chairs. Now, look, you have broken into that place over a dozen times. So we can get in and out without a flash.
No, I am not getting a breaking and entering charge. I live here. I have family here. Look, I finagled this stuff out of her. We got the business. We don't need to steal chairs.
It's not stealing. I own them.
All right. I'll talk to her tomorrow. See how it sits with her. But now this, we need to plug in. I have the bath drawn.
Buzz, if you mention my name to Alexander, you and I both know that she will kick you out on your ear.
Forget about the damn chairs. I have something to show you.
I see it, and I really don't give a damn because I'm not Frank's mother, and I'm not your wife. What exactly does this little invention of yours do?
Oh, I'm sure you're not interested.
No, I just thought I would ask.
It is a jacuzzi pump. It's the clamp on the side of the bathtub. I thought Eleni and Frank might get a kick out of it, and since Marina's too big to bathe in the sink, I thought she might get a kick out of, you know, playing in front of the jets.
Very ingenious, and very, very thoughtful of you.
Ex-wife. Nadine is my ex-wife. And I was not carrying on as though I thought you were her. It's just, you know, I'm just bragging on myself like I usually do. And here, you put this night deposit tonight. I'll work my magic with Alexander tomorrow. Where's...
I think if I had a son and it was his birthday, I would want to show up in a nice, shiny Excalibur. Here, catch.
You know, you're right. The lamb stew is in the refrigerator. You do remember how I taught you how to turn on the stove without blowing yourself up?
No. Yes.
I forgot the house keys. Do you...
I think I'll be here when you get home, and he's gonna love the gift.
wonderful stuff you have here.
Well, Marina and I were watching this silly kids show on television last week, and they showed us how to make all of these. Oh, that reminds me, I've got some change for you from your 20.
I mean, you got all of this stuff from the party store for that little money?
Oh, yeah. Well, they had this whole big box of penny balloons, and they were just as good as the ones in all those fancy packages.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And I only needed 2 rolls of this crepe paper. Here, give me a hand.
Oh, yeah.
And I had the paper for the sign, and then I just needed the paper plates. That was all.
Oh.
Was Frankie okay when he left?
Yeah, I mean, well, he kept giving little hints, you know, about his birthday. It's not like Frankie would come out and just tell me I forgot about it. He wanted to help me remember.
And I know you probably wanted to tell him the whole thing.
Yes, well, I mean, I don't want him to feel bad, but I just keep thinking about how excited he will be with the big surprise, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I almost told Julie, but I figured, oh, she's so sweet, she might let it slip. You talked to David, right?
Yes, yes.
He knows 7:30 for sure.
He knows for sure. Frankie will be there. It's going to be a big success, don't worry.
Okay. Oh. Are you okay, Nadine? Is it Buzz again?
No. It's my other ex-husband I'm worried about. Well, I was driving back from the party store, and I heard the news on the radio. I cannot believe that Roger Thorpe is accusing Billy of this awful shooting. I mean, I thought he was going to go after Buzz because of Jenna, you know, but I just can't believe he's going after Billy like this.
Yeah, I did not understand that either.
I'm worried that I'm afraid I do.
At the time of the adoption, Bridget told us that she didn't really know who the father was, and she didn't know how to get in touch with him.
What do you think Hart might have done if Bridget had told him?
I don't know.
Bridget slept with Hart one time. Then he left town. She never thought she was going to see him again. When he did come back to town, she didn't want to tell him because she knew he was interested in Julie. She never used it to get a hold on him. In fact, Vanessa, she made a big decision giving the baby up to you and Billy. She never planned for it to come up again.
Well, it has. Anyway, the point is now how we all feel about it and what we want to do.
What we want to do is keep on loving that little baby like we always have.
That might be the lawyer. Excuse me. Yeah? Yes, Daddy.
Nothing's changed.
Uh-huh.
Little Peter is still my
Well, what did they
grandchild.
say?
And if I'd been here when Roger had come into this house, I would
Well, how
have
much time
protected
is
him
that gonna
just like
take?
you were any of my kin.
Well,
there's no other way
I'm
to
gonna
do
make
it?
some coffee or something.
Yeah, that's what's happening now. We're all talking about it.
This is really a remarkable family.
Yeah, they really do come together in the middle of a crisis, don't they? I've never seen anything quite
Well,
like
sure. I mean, I don't
Neither
think there's
have
anything
I.
else we can do.
Peter's very lucky.
Okay.
This family really deserves to be protected at
Yeah,
all
no, I
costs.
agree with you.
Yeah, I know what you
Yeah.
mean.
Look, tell Billy that the family's together and we're talking about it. Bye. Okay. They're trying to hurry things along, the lawyers are, but it's going to take some time. Look, I don't have to tell anybody in this room that all this stays right with us. None of this leaves this room.
Why?
Right?
Vanessa, Roger was the one person that it was important to keep this information from, and he knows now. So wouldn't it be better if we went public with the truth? I mean, that's why he's doing all this.
No. No, your father disagrees, and I do as well. The timing is very important here. Billy's in jail. Now, if we go public with this information now, it's just going to lend credence to these charges that have been pressed
This
against
doesn't
Billy.
make any sense. Why doesn't Roger just be more direct about that? Why doesn't he just come out and say Peter is his grandson? Why is he bringing these charges against Billy? I don't know. Why doesn't he just bring Hart into this and go after his grandson?
You know, that's a good question. Roger told Bridget he knows where Hart is.
He doesn't. He doesn't know. He's lying. He's just trying to get the upper hand. And he wants to manipulate Bridget. Look, Roger's going to have a very difficult time getting hold of Peter through the court system, to say the least. So this all may blow over. And as for the charges against Billy, there's no evidence. There's not a shred of evidence. The police are not going to let these charges stand without some kind of proof.
What if there is proof?
What then?
We'll continue with part 2 of Guiding Light in a moment.
I mean, truth is, I think Thorpe's playing you like an old tune he knows by heart. Remember what happened to my sister? Jilly saw something too. She saw something in Roger that made her put her trust in the man, and she lived to regret it. Now, I'm not gonna pull any punches with you, Bridget. You knew that when you came over here. Roger Thorpe turned on a dime when he found out you could help him get what he wants. Check that. And know who you're dealing with. I know this is hard, but just think long and hard about who you can trust and what's really gonna be best for Peter. Then I think everything's gonna be all right.
David, there's a delivery out back that you have to sign for.
Thanks.
Oh, boy, I don't know how you do it. You somehow manage to get every guy in Springfield feeling sorry for you. Maybe Kat ought to watch her back.
I'm surprised you don't have a big fat head with a big old hangover after the way you embarrassed yourself in front of Dylan last night at the Towers.
Well, don't worry. I'm not hung up on Dylan anymore. You made sure I had absolutely no chance with him. Always right there in his ear, turning him against me.
Feel proud of yourself.
You took everything away from me, Bridget. Everything I ever wanted. Now, I had very simple dreams. A home, a husband, a baby. Of course, you wouldn't really know anything about that, would you?
Julie, you know where Frank is?
I think he's at home.
Good. Shouldn't be working on his birthday.
Frank's birthday?
That's all right, I'll get it.
I wouldn't take it. Trying to alter my discretion for the con job later.
Come on, I just want to take you away on a wonderful little holiday.
Well, you can call it what you want, but it still is what it is.
We're not going to be running away from anything. This is positive for us. Come on, it's only a few days. Surely you can get away from the journal, huh?
That's not a problem.
Good. And there's nothing in the way. You know what? I want to go to an island, just you and me, like before. Hmm?
Oh, is there anything else you'd like at this point?
That'll be all.
Thank you.
For now. Come on, Fletcher. Don't you just feel sometimes out of sync with the events in your life? Everything's sort of rushing by like a blur. You know?
Well, I could tell you all about life in a newsroom. It would bore you, so it won't. But I know what you mean.
Yeah. I think every now and then you just have to pull that emergency brake. You have to take one big flying leap right off the train. Just a moment of spontaneity. You know, break that deadly feeling. Yeah?
That idea you had about the island? It's a good idea. I had some very nice memories of the first, last, only time we did that. Except for when Thorpe showed up, I mean, it all started to go downhill right after that. I mean, Roger and the Boonus is just not my idea of a fond memory.
Yeah, but before that, some of my fondest.
You cleaning fish with my pocket knife and high heels, that's a nice memory. Kissing you underneath more stars than I ever knew existed, that's a very nice memory.
We don't have to go away to the same island, you know? We can go anywhere. Throw a few things in a bag and take off like a couple of gypsies. I'd like that.
I'll see if I can make arrangements for Ben. Maybe a neighbor, housekeeper, friends. Somebody.
Hooray.
It's just one night. Hello?
Listen, it's better than I thought. She's leaving now, so get over here on the double.
Right.
speaking hypothetically, yes?
Go on, answer. What do you mean?
All I'm saying is that I've covered a lot of these cases, and I know that they can become extremely complicated. Look, Vanessa, I know that we're all hoping that Billy will be released soon. And I think that it's very important to hope for the best. But I think that it's equally as important to brace ourselves, to prepare ourselves for the worst.
Are you talking about Roger being able to fabricate some evidence? Is that what you're talking about?
Nick, what are you implying? That it's possible that my father shot Roger?
I didn't say that.
Well, you've said everything but. And if you're not talking about phony evidence, then you're talking about the real thing. I mean, we can't prepare for something that we don't know, for something that Roger might pull. So, you must be saying this to prepare us for Daddy being guilty.
Look, can everybody excuse us for a second, please? Can we go outside? Come on.
Vanessa, everybody's edgy right now, okay? We all just need to calm down. He's gonna calm her down.
I think it'll be okay. Thanks. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm thinking that maybe it was a mistake to drag you into my family's personal problems like this. Obviously, I have to stay here, but if you would feel more comfortable going back to the boathouse, you should do that.
What I was thinking is that I had a lot of admiration for your family, for what they're dealing with. I'm not uncomfortable. I just have a lot of anger towards Roger for what he's doing to your family. I mean, I know firsthand what it's like to have someone take over your life and dictate the terms of your existence. I would really like to stay, if it's okay with you, if Vanessa needs anything.
Josh is gonna have his hands full with Lewis Oil, and I just want you to know I'll be around more just to make things easier, okay?
Thanks. I have to talk to you about something. Bridget.
Bridget was not involved in some sort of conspiracy to get Roger into the house to see the baby or anything else you might be thinking. He just showed up here, and there wasn't a hell of a lot Bridget could do about it. So I hope you're not going to hold it against her.
I know you've gotten very friendly with Bridget recently, and I would never presume to tell you what you should or should not do with your life, but I have a request. Don't bring her into my house.
Hey, I forgot to ask you. How'd your day go with Wally?
Fabulous. Yeah. Oh, it was fabulous. Do you ever get the feeling that, like, two people are talking English, but one's really actually talking Mongolian and the other one's talking Portuguese?
Yeah, I used to get that feeling with my mother all the time.
Dating is hell. It really is. It's awful. You know, especially when there's so much about yourself that you've got to hide. I'd much rather hang out with you, you know, Dylan and Kat. And you guys know me. I can just be myself.
Hey. Hi, Bridget.
Hi.
How's business? How's business?
Pretty slow today. Not much happening, Frank.
You can say that again.
I gotta keep an eye on the time. I'm supposed to be in charge of getting Frank over to a surprise birthday party that Elaine's throwing for.
Well, where did this come from?
From here. Happy birthday.
Really? Oh, thank you. This is the nicest thing anyone has done for me all day long. You know, you and my sister are the only ones who remembered my birthday.
Well, make a wish.
Okay. There you go.
Hey.
Speaking of which, how did you know it was my birthday?
Well, don't you think you're worth remembering?
Well, I'll tell you right now, I'm giving my mother and Elaine until midnight, and then they must pay.
Elaine forgot your birthday?
So anyway, there I was, standing there, soaking wet. I swear I must have looked like a drowned rat. I kid you not. And I'm saying to Frankie, "Don't worry about me, Frankie. Save my shoes." It was so funny.
This is going to be a wonderful evening for Frankie and Elaine.
All this stuff is from when he was a kid, huh?
Uh-huh. Well, you know, Nadine gets all the credit for all the decorations and the pictures and everything. It's her idea.
Really looks fantastic, Nadine. And I really love this.
Oh, thank you, Smitty. You're so sweet.
You know what this is? This is a newspaper from the day that Frankie was born.
Huh.
You know, I'll tell you something. I don't think Buzz could get as good a gift as this.
Buzz.
Oh.
Hi. Oh, good to see you. That's carpet.
I feel like a party crasher. Frank didn't tell me about this.
No, Frankie doesn't know about it. It's a surprise party, Buzz. Actually, Nadine was supposed to mention it to you.
Oh, hi. I meant to call you. I'm sorry. I guess it just slipped my mind. Anyway, Frank, you'll be happy that you're here.
I know you're angry at me, Nadine. But this is my son's birthday party. You didn't have to cut me out.
I did nothing of the sort. You're perfectly welcome to relax, make yourself feel at home.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I thought you were Vera.
No, it's just me. It's Donna. It's Donna.
Okay, let me calm down.
Okay, calm down.
So, what are you doing? You're sneaking in your new boy toy, huh?
No, I am not. I am, as a recovering codependent, I am proceeding very cautiously with this new boyfriend.
So, what you up to, Nancy Drew?
All right, I'll tell you. It's the old mistress. She's come to collect a bracelet she left behind, something of great sentimental value, and I told her I'd help her out.
Why did you do that?
Just because.
Where's Cookie? What has happened to those dogs?
That's not Lance and Cookie. It's Harrod and Salome.
What happened to Lance and Cookie? Oh, no. Hey, look at you. You look like a very sexy mime.
Thank you, Donna.
Look, here, I found this for you. I thought I'd save you the time and trouble of looking for it.
You know, now that I'm here, there are a few little trinkets I would like to pick up that I left behind.
No, you cannot stay here. You have to go. If somebody catches you here, we could be in a lot of trouble.
We could bite the hand that's currently feeding us.
We could lose our jobs.
We could do that.
Well, then I suggest you both help me, and quickly.
Buzz. What's in the big box with all the newspaper, huh?
Well, I'll give you a hint. It's fizzy, and it's something that you and Frank can enjoy together.
Oh.
And Amy, what did you get as a gift for your husband?
Well, Stavros, I'll give you a hint. It is something that Frankie has wanted for a very long time, and it is way too big to gift wrap.
You know, all the guests haven't arrived yet. What do you say we call David at the diner and tell him to stall Frankie there for about another half hour?
That sounds like a very good idea.
Good.
Laney, does Frank have any idea this is going on?
He does not know a thing. In fact, the more I think about it, it really annoys me that he thinks I would actually forget his birthday. But I guess it'll be all worth it when he walks in here and we all shout surprise, huh?
Oh, my gosh. Whoops. Well, you know, I had an idea that maybe, you know, at the bowling alley tonight they have ladies' night and I can take someone for free, so I thought it might be fun. You know, Tony and I used to go there a lot together.
Yeah, well, Harley and I used to go all the time, too, so,
What do you think? You want to check it out?
Hello, Wheels and Meals.
Hi, David. It's Eleni. Not all the guests have arrived yet, so I was wondering if you could be a half hour later with Frank.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna tell him that the pipes burst over at the house and that it had flooded the upstairs area, but then I realized it's not below freezing.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Whatever you say. I mean, Frankie is always expecting something in this house to fall apart. So it's whatever you say, okay? A half hour.
Okay.
Hey, where's Frank? Has anybody seen Frank?
Careful.
Watch the woodwork.
You know, I don't know why we couldn't have brought all 6 up at once, you know? They're not that heavy. Because they're very valuable.
You know, given the amount of pressure we were under now, I think that we could have used an extra body, and why is not Mr. Cooper here? That's what I want to know.
Because he's a very busy man, all right? Too busy even for his little snuggle bunny. You know, those 2 dogs are going to be a bit of a...
Don't worry, I'll be back in a minute.
Hi.
What in heaven's name is going on here?
Vanessa?
Yes.
Is there anything I can do for you?
No. Not yet. I'm really dreading this. I've got to tell Bill about why his dad's not here. Are you going to be around?
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna be around. I'm gonna run upstairs and put Mara and Shane to bed. Run upstairs.
Darling, I know you're afraid, and you're wondering how you're going to get through all of this on your own. And I know that you're accustomed to think of yourself and Billy as one person, and that you've come this far by sharing one heart, one soul, and one life. But I know something else. The backbone is always yours, and it always will be.
I need some support right now, Nick. And here you are talking about the worst, the most unbelievable thing.
Is it really that unbelievable?
That my father, on the night of our engagement party, handed Peter to the nanny and went out to the potting shed after first getting his gun and shot Roger Thorpe? Yeah, I think that's pretty ridiculous. And there's not one shred of proof, so I don't understand why you're doing this.
We said that we would always be honest with each other. And I can't keep this from you any longer. Now, the other night when we were in here horsing around, you went inside to get some hot chocolate and I stayed in here. I was playing with your golf clubs and something came out of the bag.
Tonight,
I used to be a man.
is Ponder playing the crying game?
It's not easy to meet someone that special.
Not unless you're backstage at Geraldo.
All new Evening Shade.
This has been Guiding Light. Jewelry provided by Irwin Pearl.
You've got the evidence that could condemn a man or set him free. What's Nick going to do about Billy's gun? Tomorrow on Guiding Light. And Victoria and Cole's marriage may be against the law, but ending it goes against Victoria's wishes. So what will she do about it? Tomorrow on The Young and the Restless.